We're only 3 chapters into the new baseball series from Shonen Jump, Nine Dragons Ball Parade, but I feel like this series has potential. Does it? Any new developments this chapter? What is it telling us? Let's get into it. Hey everyone, Bruce, Dragons Ball Parade Anime here. Hope you're doing well. I'm not, because that was terrible and an easy reach, but I am doing well because we're talking about the latest chapter of the very new series, Nine Dragons Ball Parade from Shonen Jump. It's about baseball, and we can't say too much right now just because it's so new, but I thought I'd talk about this chapter and what it's telling us because we're starting to get even right now a feeling of what the series is going to be. I mentioned in my last video when I reviewed the first 2 chapters that sports manga can go a multitude of ways, and since we have some series that have a previously established team that maybe some rookies are coming into, or sometimes there's a team building element to a lot of sports manga series that ends up kind of taking a large portion of the series. It kind of makes the fun of it, and now we're seeing with this chapter that it's more of the latter. It's more of the team building, getting character by character by character, building a team kind of series. So now that we know that, we're starting to get a shape of the series itself. Our main actors of this chapter are, of course, Karen, Azukita, and Ryudo, the main 3 last chapter. We do have the introduction of the chairman of the school that they go to, and he kind of plays a role in the chapter, but we focus mainly on the 3 again. When they're talking about with Karen about the scholarships she is offering them to her high school. And this chapter kind of shows us that this is going to be, like I said, one of those manga that focuses on the characters more than the sport. And that's not a bad thing. I know some people don't like baseball and they want more character development, so that's good news for them. I don't mind it personally. I am more of a fan of sports-based manga, more about the sport itself. I don't mind good character development. I don't mind good characters, so I'm not unhappy with it. I'm glad we're starting to get even a picture now, 3rd chapter in, of what this manga wants to be and where it's going to go. But it's showed me a few things this chapter that I do like. So moving into the general impressions, my first thought was the art is really good in this manga already. Like like I said, it's soft, but I like that it's very when he needs to draw something serious or draw the characters in a certain way, he can, or he can go a little bit goofy with it. I like the fluid tone of that. And I like that how our main character, Azukita, I like that he is very somewhat, he's confident, but he's not arrogant. But you'd expect for somebody who has a weaker frame, weaker appearance with glasses, of course. I sort of expected him to be somebody who's not competent in anything, but he was able to come up with a plan this chapter, start the ball rolling on the team getting members, starting with their, they have the Golden Duo and Karen, who is their recruiter and manager, it looks like. And now we're going to move into, we saw at the end of the chapter, we have a cleanup that they're trying to recruit. Ken Yoshitaka is the name of the cleanup that they're trying to grab. And other than that, like, I noticed that he just doesn't seem scared. He seems very, he has a plan in his head, and he seems forthright in when he wants to say something. So I'm glad he's not meek or weak. I'm glad he's not any of that. I'm glad he has presence in himself, and he's not just a cowering person. We'll see maybe if they meet some scary people, but it seems like he knows that his plan in this chapter, as we find out, is to get people with bad reputations, people who were turned away for some scandal or something like that, in exchange for having great talent. So it seems like he knows what he's getting into, but we'll see if he'll back down from any of the unsavory guys he gets. But it's a shonen manga. I feel like we're gonna get a lot of delinquents with hearts of gold and stuff like that. So I don't think it'll be too bad, but I am curious to see how he interacts with other team members. But so far, I'm liking our MC. I am liking our pitcher, Ryudo, and Karen even. So far, I like all the characters. We don't really have any new developments, like besides what I've mentioned. I usually have a segment here for that, but there's not much to say on it. There is, the artwork, like I said, is good. I like the panel with, he's thinking about, he's coming up with a plan. We see pages flying around in his head. He's coming up with a plan. Like I said in my previous video, I like that he's analytical, and I like that it's visually analytical for our main character. I like that it shows us how he's thinking and that he's thinking. I appreciate that in our main character, because he's the catcher, and usually in baseball manga, the pitcher is the star. And like, Ace of Diamond, Diamond No Ace, my favorite manga, pitchers are the star in that one. But people like Miyuki, and I like this main character too. So Azukita is pretty cool. So My final thoughts on it, though, I do like that in this chapter we start off with that touching moment. We end with the touching moment of let's build a dream together. They're establishing that, you know, Carolyn wants to bring back the Nine Dragons, the prestige of the school of baseball club, because she heard a story from her grandfather, the chairman, who, you know, talked about the Nine Dragons to her, and that's what got her inspired for baseball and to help rebuild the team. Ryudo wants to pitch with Azukita, and Azukita wants to just make a dream team. He wants to make a proud team like Hakuo, their rival, their eventual future rival. But now he's doing it here, so they all have a dream to do it, and they're combining their dreams. And I like the panel where it shows let's build a dream together. That's very very touching, very grabbing. I enjoyed that. So it was a good chapter overall. We're 3 chapters in. You never know with these new series if they're going to make it or not, but it is this 4th series, so I felt like I should talk about it. I do like it. I am always looking forward to the next chapter. I'm already pumped for chapter 4. I want to see this cleanup hitter, because your cleanup hitter's got to be, I wonder if he's going to be like beefy and jacked, or maybe more like a Haruichi with a small frame, but he has good back control. I'm curious. So we'll see that, guys. If you like the video, make sure you leave a like, hit the subscribe button. It really helps the channel, guys. I appreciate it. Later.